What's up guys, my name is ESO and welcome back to the channel. In this video guys, we're going to be covering the just leaked new mods for Skyrim Special Edition Creation Club. And there's actually some really interesting things here that I want to go over. Mainly because I'm a little bit angry about them. But also there's one potential thing that may be quite good, and that is of course this new survival mode. But first off, how have I got access to this? Well guys, you can check this out yourself actually. It's really easy to do. So here we have a website called Steam Database, or SteamDB. And you can Google this website yourself, go on Skyrim Special Edition, and you'll actually see under the DLC section just here, that a new DLC was added about 21 hours ago. The Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition Creation Club. Now, if this wasn't a leak enough for you guys, Bethesda seemed to have accidentally published the Creation Club page for Skyrim Special Edition. So if you actually click on this little world icon here, it will load up the Skyrim Creation Club page. You're not meant to be able to see this yet. So this is where we can find some thumbnails of all the new mods. And I'm going to go over these in a second. But I wanted to show you guys something really interesting. Because if you actually go on the old Skyrim, so not Skyrim Special Edition, but the old Skyrim, and you have a look at the DLCs here, you can't see Skyrim Creation Club, okay? So you can't get Skyrim Creation Club on the old Skyrim, alright? Now the reason I wanted to tell you this, guys, is because firstly, you can't get mods for the old Skyrim using the Creation Club. And secondly, here's something really interesting that some of my subscribers pointed out to me. If we go on the Steam store page here, guys, and we actually search Skyrim, only the Elder Scrolls Skyrim Special Edition will show up in the search list. Bethesda have actually removed the old Skyrim from the search engine. It's like they really want you to get Skyrim Special Edition so you can get the Creation Club and start buying mods. I mean, it's obviously they've done it for that reason. Even if we press enter and we physically have a look here, we've got all the other Elder Scrolls games, but we don't actually have the old Skyrim. Like, they've literally removed it from the store. Like, you can't search for it. How crazy is that? Like, they literally are pushing Creation Club this hard. Okay, so back to the original point of this video. Let's have a look at these Creation Club mods. Firstly, I thought they were kidding, okay? I thought this was a joke, but apparently not. We have here the Skyrim Mudcrab armor. What the Dwemer Mudcrab? Are you actually kidding? I mean, I've got nothing to say about this. I can't believe this wasn't a joke. This is literally worse than the horse armor, which was a reference to a really bad joke from Oblivion. I don't know what this is. I'm not going to talk about it. We're moving on. Here we have Ruin's Edge. This is actually a unique bow that you get in Oblivion. The Shivering Isles DLC has a quest where you get this bow. It's got like a creepy looking eye that kind of looks at you. So it's pretty awesome actually, this weapon. It was definitely one of the funnier weapons in Oblivion. Let me actually show you guys, because Oblivion Ruin's Edge. Yeah, okay, look. So you fire this weapon at someone, right? And it has a random enchantment effect. You have no idea what it's going to do. It could increase their burden, so they have more carry weight, which means they could become over encumbered. It can frenzy them, makes them attack everyone. Or it can demoralize them, makes them run away. Or it can even silence them, which is really good if they're like a mage, because then they just can't do anything apart from hit you with an iron dagger, which is usually what mages had in Oblivion. It can also paralyze them, which is literally the most overpowered spell effect in Skyrim and Oblivion, like hands down. So this is like a really cool weapon. It will be cool to have it in the game. We'll talk about price in a moment, because we don't actually know the prices for any of this stuff. But there you go, Ruin's Edge, and that's going to be in Skyrim Special Edition. You'll be able to get this. It's a little bit like the Wabberjack, but just a bow version. That's kind of like what I like to think of it as. It's a fun weapon, okay? So the next thing we've got here is... This actually looks like the sword from the Knights of the Nine quest. Here we go. The Sword of the Crusader is what I think... Yeah, so this is a weapon from Oblivion. You can get it in the DLC for the Knights of the Nine. and it's called the Sword of the Crusader. Back in Oblivion, which was obviously a different game with different mechanics, when you equipped this weapon, it gave you plus 10 points to your blade skill. And because in Oblivion, you actually had an infamy mechanic, so if you weren't like an honourable person and you were infamous, so you were like an assassin from the Dark Brotherhood, it would actually not let you equip this sword, which was a really cool like mechanic. Here, obviously, it looks kind of out of place with the current iron armor set, but I mean, you can get that sword now in Oblivion. But then guys, if you go next, we'll also see the Knights of the Nine armor set. Now, the issue I have here, guys, and as far as I'm concerned, the issue I have with Creation Club is value for money. Based on what we know with Fallout 4, the armors like this that are like quite kind of like well done, I guess you could say, cost about $4, okay? I guess the weapons also cost about $4-ish as well. So let's call it $8, alright? And you're getting that two-handed sword, the Knights of the Nine armor, and also that shield, okay? That's what you're getting for about $8, roughly. If we go back to the Elder Scrolls Knights of the Nine, the official DLC release for Oblivion, where you got this armor, you got that sword, and you got even more. You got like a unique mace as well, and you got a whole amazing, incredible quest line. Let me have a look down here, guys, because look. This quest line got an 8 out of 10 from Eurogamer. GamesPro gave it 4.25 out of 5. GameSpot 8 out of 10. PC Gamer 80 out of 100. It got really good reviews, okay? It was a good DLC. Now, just here, where I've highlighted for convenience, let's have a look at how much it cost, okay? So on the Xbox Live Marketplace, it was 800 Microsoft points, and that's about $10, alright? So this DLC, with everything in it, additional weapons and armor that was also added by the DLC, cost $10. Granted, it did cost PC users $20, so even $20, alright? That's still much better value for money for that added DLC and the quest line and everything that went with it, compared to this Creation Club, where I know I'm going to have to spend half as much money or the same amount of money to get just a sword and shield and some armor. Where's the value for money? Like, there's not going to be a quest to go with this that's really interesting. There's not going to be a lore-friendly insertion into the game. And the reason I'm saying that is because the quest you got with Fallout 4 didn't have that. And that's like my issue. I think there should also be like a cool quest to go with it. At least make some kind of attempt, you know? It just annoys me, you know? It's not worth the money, period. Okay guys, so the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is the survival mode, which is potentially could be good. It could be good, okay? It could be. Maybe. It could be good, alright? I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the logo looks kind of interesting. It just says survival. It's got like frost and what looks like fire. So I'm thinking, okay, so maybe you can actually get cold and die of hypothermia. Or, you know, get debuffs. And if you're warm, obviously that's a good thing. And we did see in the original trailer, I recall some, like a campsite. And originally when I looked at that, I thought, okay, we'll have like a camping survival system. Maybe that's just what it is. But the reference to like hot and cold here with the logo, I think it could be something more, potentially. Now, if this is a new gameplay mechanic, that is definitely something I would consider paying for. Especially if it was polished by Bethesda and it was really interesting. You know, it's not just, okay, here's a piece of armor, give us this money, and it's not value for money at all for the consumer. Or the mod developer, because Bethesda take 100% and pay the mod developer like a contractor. So Bethesda are actually ripping off the mod developers in my opinion as well. But I've already covered that story. So, survival mode. Could it be good? We don't know until it comes out. Either way, I think this is something I'm going to buy, test out live on stream for you guys. So if you're interested in that, guys, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And also press the little bell icon next to it, because then YouTube will send you notifications as soon as I release that new video. But I mean, more to the point, guys, this survival thing, I mean, I've already done a mod list of how to turn Skyrim into a survival mode, and I made it into like a package that you can go ahead and download in the click of a button and then install instantly on your computer. I'll link that video down below in the description, and it goes over 10 mods that I've added to the game to make it into like a very simple, fun survival mode for Skyrim Special Edition. I'm crossing my fingers, guys. I want to remain hopeful, but at the same time, I feel like I'm going to get a kick in my teeth for saying that. At the end of the day, you guys know I don't think the Creation Club is fair. I don't think it's fair to the modding party or really to the community. Hopefully this is good. This is the only good thing I can see coming out of this whole system here. Everything else looks a bit meh, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to pay for any of this stuff, even for the purpose of review, apart from maybe Ruin's Edge, if it is actually fun to use, because to be honest, I had a lot of fun with it back in Oblivion, but it's not going to be worth the money to actually buy it. I'll just be buying it to review it and tell you guys it's not worth it, but this is what it does, basically. This is just like, seriously? I know that they did a sale with Fallout 4. I made the horse armor free and some of the other pieces of armor completely free to download as well. And to be honest, they might release the Creation Club and that this might just be free. But even then, like, I'm not going to download it because it's not lore friendly, it's not funny, and it's just a waste of memory. And to be honest, it's going to take up your memory anyway, because without choice, this has to be downloaded on your Xbox or PS4 system, even if you haven't downloaded or paid for it. It has to be. That's just like how the system currently works. It's really bad, but that's how it works. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope, fingers crossed, that the survival mode is going to be good. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like if you did enjoy my rant. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic day, guys.